Hi you guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm coming to you today with some more December daily journaling, or journal with me. I don't remember how much we did together. I know we did this and I know we did this, but I don't think that we did this. So I added this little ribbon, or it's actually seam binding that I tied in a bow. So I added that and a little bit of burlap to decorate that pocket, and I don't think we did that together. This we did together, and then we did this together. However, I didn't like it, so I changed it. I went ahead and made this even smaller, and I made a tag because if you remember, it wasn't going in the pocket very well. So I redid that. I wrote on the back. I also wrote on the page here. I added a little seam binding at the top. So there's that. And then in the back, I made an envelope to hold my receipts. And I lined it. I keep on thinking, oh, I can handle a little white in there, but I keep on lining things where I see the white. So anyway, I just added a little lace and a little bling on there so it would slide down. I didn't put too much, so it'll slide down in the pocket still pretty easily. So that's that. I also added, in the back few pages, I had started putting my Christmas list back in there before I did these tabs, and I ended up messing it up. And so I actually had to pull things off, and I ended up tearing paper. And so that's when I moved my list tabs this way. And so here's one of the things I added to cover up my mistake. I went ahead and covered it all the way with a piece of scrapbook paper, and then I cut out a piece of paper and wrote my grandma's orange slice cake recipe on top of it. I just did a little label with recipes at the top, and I figured what I'll do is I'll use these pages that I messed up on in the back in a similar way and put down recipes that are kind of well loved in my family. Okay, I have a couple of days to work on. I haven't done anything exciting, but it's still fun to watch the making process, right? So on day one, or this was day one, on day two, I did some wrapping. And so what I have done is just torn out a piece of wrapping paper. I'm going to put a little ink around the edges of this page. And I do not know how easy it is to ink wrapping paper. I doubt it's going to even stay very well, but I'm going to try. We're going to see what happens. Just gonna get the edge of it, the torn edge. I think it's picking it up some. I think it'll be fine. So it was actually day two. I had done some wrapping already, but I wrapped for a good period. I wrapped because I'm a wrapper. I wrapped presents for a good period of time. So we're gonna call it my Christmas event for the day. Really, the bulk of the presents are wrapped, all done. So that's good. There's a few more things I think are coming. I need to look to see what's been ordered and still hasn't come yet. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. I think I'll do this. So yeah, not really much exciting going on in my house in the last couple of days. How about you guys? If I really think that I'll go ahead and continue to do this for the full month. When I planned to do a December daily, it sounded, I don't know what happened to the lid. Okay then. It sounded very daunting, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm enjoying it. So so I look forward to, you know, completing it with you guys, but also thinking about, you know, how I might do one for next year. And then in thinking about that, I wonder how different, you know, next year's events will be. I'm really, really hoping, for all of our sakes, that we have lots to do next year. Probably would have been better to use Fabri-Tac because those swirls, those glue swirls, are really showing up. But that's okay because I'm putting something over the top. We're going to put a pocket on top of it, and we have our day 2 at the top. I'm going to ink around this real quick. So I'm filming this on the 4th. And I think my husband and my daughter and I are gonna go out and look at lights tonight. I hope. We talked about it yesterday, and we all thought that that would be a good idea, but you know how things come up, and my daughter may decide she doesn't want to do anything. We'll see. I don't know. But I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. So we're going to glue this down. And it's going to be a side pocket. I'm really hoping that the glue sticks to this, you know, shiny wrapping paper. I think it will. And this, I thought I inked around that already, but I guess not. My son won't be able to go with us because he's working, so, but, you know, I would be forcing him anyway. So, come on, we're gonna go have some fun. You're coming with us, and you're gonna like it. I have an idea that I actually might make everybody do. I'm not gonna tell you yet. But like seriously, I'm gonna not give them an option and tell them, you're doing this with me and you're gonna like it. It's gonna happen. Okay, so we're gonna put this little journaling card in the side. I wrote on the back already. I gave myself a little bit of space to put a tab. I made sure I put a little pencil mark there so that I didn't mess myself up. And I just wrote a memory from my past. I don't remember for absolute sure if it was Christmas Day, but in my mind, I feel like it was Christmas Day. And I don't know why. So, but the memory is that after having, you know, opened presents and stuff like that, we went outside to play, and nearby our house were train tracks. We had a train that would go through town, you know, or trains. We had tracks going in a couple different, you know, areas of our town. And it wasn't far at all. It was like across the street there was a house, and then the tracks were behind that house. So we went out. It was really cold. It must not have been terribly snowy because we went and played on frozen puddles. And it could have been, you know, rain puddles or melted snow puddles. Don't know what kind they were, but they had frozen. And we thought that was the best thing ever. And you know what? There might have been snow on them because I kind of feel like we were cleaning snow off of the frozen puddles. I don't know. But we used them as skating rinks. And I totally remember. I remember running and just sliding. And they were pretty long. And, you know, you'd slide for quite a long time. It was fun. However, my mom did not appreciate it when she found out, because these were active train tracks, you know, and she was so afraid. My mom was a worrywart. That's where I get my superpower of being a worrywart as well. And she was like, you were doing what? Or maybe they found us. Maybe they were looking for us. I don't remember, but I remember that it wasn't something that we were supposed to be doing. But it was fun. And we did not have skates. We had tennis shoes. We didn't even have things like, you know, snow boots or anything like that. It's kind of hard to buy snow boots for 5 kids. So, but we did fine, you know. We had tennis shoes, and if they were wet, they were wet. That's just the way it was. But anyway, I fully remember that, and I've thought about it several times over the years. So I put that memory down there, and I'm not sure. I'll write something. Maybe I'll write Christmas memories, and I'll use a green pen. And you know, I pray that I do not mess up, because I am not good at writing. I goof up all the time. Let's see. Oh, I'm scared. Are you guys scared? Christmas memories. I'm going to put 1980s. I feel like it was probably the 80s because I was born in 72. I don't think that I was real young when we were doing it, but I mean, it could have been. It could have been the late 70s, but I kind of feel like it was the early 80s. So that fits in there. That's really cute. I might end up putting something right here too, but like today I wrapped some presents. I don't know. I think I'll do something like that. And then on day 3, I started my Christmas cards. I have most of them done. The Christmas cards that I'm doing this year, I found some old Debbie Mum Christmas cards at a yard sale during the summer. And they're pretty old. This one says the copyright was 94. Another pack that I found said 98, I believe, 95. And I thought those were fun. And then the colors totally go with my journal, don't they? So I thought, perfect. Go ahead and glue that down. We're going to glue this down as a pocket. Seems a little crooked. since I'm doing a quilt themed journal at the same time that I'm doing this, I have two projects mixed together on my desk right now. It's great. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put our number 3 just in the corner here. I already inked around it. So, do any of you guys have snow where you live? We have just a dusting out there. It snowed maybe, I don't know, a week ago, or maybe at the beginning of the week. I don't remember what day it snowed. Maybe it was Monday. But it's cold, and so it's sticking. But the roads are clear and sidewalks are clear and that sort of thing. But it is cold. And then I made a tag to go in this pocket. It's a skinny little tag. And what I was thinking to do is I have, you know, when we were making this, there was a full page of these cutout pictures, and then some of them were on the edge. And I remember talking about how that frustrated me because it's a partial picture, you know. So what we're gonna do is just glue it to the side of this tag. Try to give it a good spot. I don't know how well a paper cutter will cut this doily, but we're gonna try. Just kind of line it up on my marks. Oh yeah, it was fine. I changed my little cutter, so I figured it would work, but I wasn't sure. And then I want to dingy this up quite a bit. So I'm going to go over the whole thing. And then I'll kind of go around the edges also. I need to ink up my pad. It's pretty dry, I think. The re-inker dries really fast, you know. You re-ink it and it seems to just go. It's nice and grungy, I think. Now you can see that the inside of my tag there is white because I put a couple holes there so I could tie a ribbon through it. And I'm going to leave it, I think. I don't know. I want to leave it. Okay, let's glue this down. I think I'll use this one. Sorry, total silence. This morning when I was making I did the envelope this morning for the receipts that I put at the back of the journal. Man, my brain was not functioning yet. Food really does make a difference. I had coffee, but I don't know. I eat breakfast, but it takes a while, and then I realize, whoopsie, I haven't eaten yet. Well, it really apparently does make a difference, because man, I messed up paper and I kept on going, what on earth am I doing wrong? I mean, it was like it was my first time using my envelope punch maker thing, you know? And I do remember trying to figure it out at first, going, I don't get this. How does this thing work? And that's what was happening to me this morning. It was like it was the first time I was using it. And so I got mad and I threw my paper away and messed up an entire 12 by 12 sheet of paper, which was frustrating. Anyway, threw it away. I went and I ate and, you know, got myself ready for the day and all that kind of stuff. And came back and I was like, oh, that's right. That's how you do it. So food really does make a difference. Okay, and I'm hoping this is going to work okay. But I'm just going to tie a little, I don't know if I'll do a knot or a bow, so I think I'll give myself plenty of seam binding, and then we'll decide. I probably should have reinforced those holes. I have to be gentle so that they don't tear now. So I'm going to use this tag to keep track of who I sent cards to. So I think what I'm going to do is here I'm going to put who I sent cards to. I'm going to have to write kind of small. I mean, I'm not sending out a ton, but I'm not sure that how easily they're all going to fit. But I thought I'll say who I sent them to, and then up here I'll write who I received cards from. And I'm thinking that if they don't match, then I'm going to haunt these people that didn't send me cards when I die. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. I don't send a card expecting to get one in return. It's just a nice thing to do if you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, don't do it. A lot of the people that I send them to, I only talk to them at this time of year, so it's nice to remember someone. I don't want to tear my paper. I'm probably going to have to put a little glue on it so that it doesn't come undone. Not necessarily on the bow. You know, either that or I can just tie a knot. I like knots. Okay, I'm going to do a knot. And so that I don't waste a lot of seam binding, I'm going to pull that across. Yeah. I still might tie it so that it's going in a certain, glue it so that it's going in a certain direction. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I want it going up or down. Probably up. Probably up. Yeah, I think I'll stick a little bit of glue so that it stays going in one direction. I think. Anyway, so that will go there. And so I'm thinking that I'll write a memory in here and also some things around the edge. And I don't want to have you guys have to sit here and watch me write. That's kind of boring. So anyway, there we go. Day 1, day 2, day 3. And then whatever we do today, we'll go ahead and put there. Alrighty, hope you guys like it. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.